You just need a church home. Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 through 25 says, let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. And let us not neglect our meeting together. It doesn't say, don't neglect just reading the Bible. Don't neglect some good teaching that you might get on YouTube. No, you got to meet together because we all need a church family and a church home. Every single person needs a church home. And this idea of home, of why do we say that? Why do we think that every single person needs a church home? Just because it sounds cool, because it sounds great? No, what is this idea of home, and why does every single person need home? Well, really, as I was thinking through this, what does home provide? What does a home provide? Because if everybody needs a home, then what does home provide? And some of the things that it just really stuck out to me when I was thinking about and processing, what does a home provide? It's this: safety. See, this whole idea of home, it's so important for us that we need to have people around us. We're designed to have people around us. You don't want to just live in a house. You want to have a home. You want to be in a home. A home is a place that you can belong. See, we receive belonging when we're with our family. When you're with your family, it allows you to do things that you wouldn't normally do in front of other people. Come on, somebody. Aren't you thankful that you have a place that you can act like just like yourself without anybody judging you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you go out in the world and you are doing things. You're not doing the same things at Costco that you're doing at home. Come on now. How many of y'all, you need a place where you can belong. Y'all need a place where you can pass some gas. Come on, somebody. Come on. Don't act like you don't. Don't act like you don't. I mean, I'm 10 to 14 times a day. That's the average. I know some of them teenage boys got a little bit above average. Come on, somebody. Don't you know you need a place where you can truly just be yourself, where you can just truly belong without any judgment of who you are or what you have done? And this idea of home is really, well, it's what we want and what we long for, because God has put it inside of us from the very beginning to be together and to have a family unit and to be in a place where we feel so safe that we can experience home. And many of you, you've come from a great home, a background where you felt so safe and secure, and you celebrate those things. And you even think about this time of the year, the holiday season, as going home for Christmas. You might go visit your parents, you might go visit some relatives, and they might live in another state. Because how many of y'all know that most people in Arizona they were not born in Arizona? I mean, how weird is it when you meet somebody and you're like, so when did you move to Arizona? Oh, I've lived here my whole life. Say, what? I didn't know people actually lived here in the 1800s. How horrible would that have been? Come on, somebody. AC is a necessity out here. And you make the statement, you say, we're going home for Christmas. You don't live there, but you have this idea of what it was like. It was something that you relished. It was during this time that you got to be around the tree, where you had different traditions, and you have such a great memory of home. But then there's others of you that home was not that safe place. Home was not that welcoming place. Home didn't feel secure. It did not feel like you belonged. Instead, you grew up in a house that was very dysfunctional. And one of the things that myself and Pastor Jenny, what we've experienced even living here in Arizona, and especially in the East Mark area, in the East Valley. How many of y'all know this place is beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. Did anybody go to the brand new library this weekend? No, y'all smart. Y'all like, I'm waiting till next weekend for that thing. There were so many people out. There were cars all over. Y'all, they were parked over at our house. I'm just saying, like people were parked at our house. I'm like, I'll get rid of this library, man. Like, I never seen so many people get excited about a library before. It's beautiful though. That building was beautiful. We live in truly beautiful houses. But the thing that Pastor Jenny and I, we realize when we're talking to so many people is that we live in beautiful houses, but our homes are falling apart. There's tension, and there's divorce, and there's problems between parents and kids, and there's just so much toxic relationships that take place. And unfortunately, many of you might have grown up in a home like that. Which is why we say, with everything inside of us, every person needs a church home. Because even though you might have grown up in a beautiful, loving, warm home that you have great memories of, or if you grew up in a dysfunctional house, there is still some hurt, there still is some pain, because a home is still full of faulty people. Amen. Called humans. And even though a church is full of humans, and even though there's times that we unintentionally or sometimes horribly intentionally hurt each other, even in a church setting, that our ultimate authority is not each other. Our ultimate authority is God to be able to cover all of our wrongdoing, which is why we need a church home. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19, it's our theme verse through this series, and it says this: "So now you Gentiles are no longer strangers and foreigners. You are citizens along with all of God's holy people. You are members of God's family." I'm so thankful that I belong to the family of God. Come on, my brothers and sisters. Come on, somebody. We belong to the family of God. It is so much bigger than ourselves. And we need that church family. We need that church home. It is so important for us. And I need to say this. We live in a time and an age where we get overloaded with information. Some of it's great and some of it is a little bit more negative, but we get overloaded with information and we have access to so much more than ever before. And I need to be able to say this: listening to an amazing preacher on YouTube is not your church home. Come on now. Just watching a reel on Instagram is not going to feed your soul. It might be a good teaching. Come on now. There's amazing pastors and teachers and preachers that are out there. But that does not substitute being in a church family. I can say that with full confidence because I'm not even worried if you call Focus Church your church home. There's a lot of great churches out there. You just need a church home. You gotta be in a family together. Hebrews chapter 10 verses 24 through 25 says this. It says, "Let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. And let us not neglect our meeting together." It doesn't say, don't neglect just reading the Bible. Don't neglect some good teaching that you might get on YouTube. No, you got to meet together because we all need a church family and a church home.